here we'll be doing like a load testing and stress testing. So if all your testing based on the X unit, everything is passing, you have tested all the fixtures that are there in the project, which is for donations, for accident, for assigning, and for communication between volunteers and the admin, then it will be fine. So what will happen is that now for stress testing you have to download a JMETER. A JMETER is Apache. It comes as like a binary, so it's more of like you use a BAT to execute it. So I'm going to show you where you can download it, and I will also send a link. I'll put a link under this video, or like I'll send it via WhatsApp. So what will happen is that I will open the browser now. So when you click on this link, it will take you to this Apache, which is a JMETER. So what will happen is that you will scroll down, and then where you see binaries, you're gonna download the second one, not the first one, the second one. And as it downloads, so I already have it. So to cut things short, I'll just cancel it because I already have it. So you go to your downloads. You go to your downloads, and in your downloads you will extract it. You will extract it, and after extracting it, this is how it will be inside. As we know that when you extract something, it puts it inside another folder, and then you go inside the bins. Inside the bin, it's whereby you will get the execution of this application. So look for something which is JMETER Windows patch file. So this is the execution of this whole system. So you double click on this. So I suggest that you run it as a administrator. So let's just click on the option, run it as administrator, and then give it permission. After giving it a permission, because remember it's a batch file, so it have to pop up like this command thing. So let's wait for it to open. Let's wait for it to open. So this is how it goes. It will be opening like this. So now from here on, you will get to see this test plan. So it is there by default. It's not like a bad thing. What you will do, you will right click on it, and then you will add what? You will add a thread, and then this thread, it will be more of a thread group. So on your thread group, here are the things that we're gonna create. We're gonna request for the HTTP. we know it because most of the time when we run our web applications, it runs through HTTPS or HTTP. So here, the number of the threads, it's more of like how many users at the time they have to interact with your web application. So if I put 100, it will test it how many times? 100 times. And based on how it is testing it, sometimes it will crash because remember, it is looping through. And the loop count, and if I also specify, okay, 50 times for these users, you see. So this is how you will be testing it. If you feel like, okay, to this point it is like a high traffic, to this point it's more of like stressing, so you're gonna put the number based on how you feel like this one will be enough for your web application. So now let's go to the thread. To the thread, you right click, then you get these options, and then from there you add what is sampler. So for your sampler, it's more of like now you have to request for the HTTP. You request, so it will be added here. So what is it that we're gonna use here? We're gonna use get. We're not using the post. We're gonna use the get one. So remember, in your project, make sure that there are scripts whereby they load and retrieve information. So what I mean is that if I go to my project, let me show you. So if I go to my project, so in my project, I think I have a script it's called assign. So this is my script. So as you can see, I'm on get. So I'm using razor pages. If you are using what is it? If you are using something which is MVC. So you see on your action result for how it redirects on top where you were writing HTTP. So now what you're gonna do when you refer to it, I'll also show you when you refer to it. I'll also show you how you refer to it through what? Through the URL or pasting. So now here I'm getting what? I'm getting the user's ID, email, and then I get the ID through the email, and then I get to assign whatever task they have. And then beside that one, because here I'm only like assigning, so there are scripts whereby I'm just getting the information automatically. So now you will run your web application. When you run your web application, so as it loads, so already on the local host you already have the port number. So the port number is one of the things that it is going to help us to request on the JMETER. So now I'll just click on login. So I'll log in as an admin because the admin is able to like retrieve most of the information, because I don't want this to be long, but I just wanna like explain it in a simple way. So by the time I log in as an admin, what I did here, I made a script whereby it auto loads information. You see, immediately when the admin logs in the landing page for it automatically load information and fill the information into the selection. So the selection that I was talking about is basically in this form. So another thing, make sure that you are connected to a network. So here it shows the volunteers. So I made it to automatically fetch students that can assign them to their users. So what happens here is that how many of them do I have? So these are the ones that I was using to test by the time I was running my X unit. So if I put this one here, it will allow me, and also from here it will also allow me. So I use this information to test. So what happens to the assigned one? When I click on assign, everything gets to be loaded automatically. So remember, you're using what online database, right? So make sure that you're connected to the internet, and make sure that everything is running smooth. So what happens is that when you click on this one, okay, so these are the tasks that I have, and these are the tasks that are assigned to users. So now if I copy this URL, you see I'm copying this URL. So this is under what? It is under assign, right? And on my project I also have what? Assign. So if I have assign, this is whereby it is loading what? All the volunteers tasks. This is where it is loading all the volunteers tasks. So this, I have done this just for validation. I have done this just for validation. But when I go to the JMETER, what will happen is that I paste the URL. I paste the URL. So it is based on what? This is the port number, it should be there. And then also the host, local host, which is the name of for my server. So this is the script that I'm targeting. So I'm only getting. I'm not posting anything, but I'm sending what? I'm sending or requesting based on get method. So it would go under which one? It would go under this one. So if it was a post, I was gonna do what? The request based on a post. So if you are using what is it? If you are using MVC, you will have to put a / and then if you're like targeting based on ID, you put a number. If it's an email, you put an email. If it's an email, you put an email like this. You see, by the time we run it, it will send this email and then it will automatically assign it. So but now since we are using Razor pages, so only sending through get. So I will also create another one, another sample. So I will put 2 of them. I'll put like 2 scripts. So I'll also put the create script, which is for this one, for assigning the user. So what will it load? It will be loading those users who are volunteers, and also the accidents that are never assigned or assigned. Because remember, you can assign users to can assign many users as you want on like same accident. So I will paste this one, this URL to this one. So it will be targeting the script, which is tasks. And also with the task, if I go to the code and I search for task, and then I open the module, and then so try to expand, and then this is the module. So I have on post and I have on get. So you see on get, I'm just loading information. So how am I loading information? I'm just using array list so that I can display on the web browser when it has been loaded. So now, since I want to also like view the result, I will right click on the thread and then I'll go to listener. Okay, I want to view this in a table, a view result in a table, and then the table is here, so I didn't start anything. And then again I will click on this and then I'll view the results in a tree. So in a tree way, it's more of like it shows me based on how it is requesting for each user, and then for the view result in table, it also shows me where it is failing. This is how it's required on the POE also. So if I click here again, now I just want to do the summary of the report. So it shows the total and how many percentage of where it was failing actually. So now I will run my test. So it asks me to save the task. Doesn't matter if I just let it be. So now, as you can this is how it is requesting. So you see where it is failing, it is getting like a glitch thing. So these are the things that they say you should take a screenshot and you have to submit such things. So now let's go to the table showing like this. So you can take a screenshot of whatever you be having here. So this is more of like you can say a high traffic, and then let's go back to the thread. Just click on the thread. Now if you increase the number and then you say like 500, and then on this one want it to loop or iterate like 100 times. So now it's more of like you can even increase the memory if you want. So if here you say okay 100 and here you say 500 based on like users, now it's whereby it's going under load and also like for stressing. So you can actually run it like that. So this one is still running because remember how many times should it loop? We said 50 times. So if we stop shutting down all and then we have to run it again, if we run it again, this is how things will be. So now saying okay 500, how many now it is on? So if I go to summary report, let's see, based on the error, it is what say 87. You can see 87%. So that's how it is failing, and it should not be like based on like 87%. Once it is 87%, it is so bad. You just have to know it is so bad. The testing will be so bad. So here I'm just shutting it down, and then now it's completely done. And let's try to clear the report. So you can clear these things, man. So when you clear, so now I have cleared the report. Let's see what it will be giving us. So another thing, make sure that you have a very good connection, because most of the time it will be going and be requesting on your and if your connection is not going to work perfectly, because now I do have like a strong connection. If I stop this and then let me also try to clear it so that you can see what happens. Then it's done there. Let me clear almost like everything, and then let me try to run again. So if you can see now, so that your testing of like load and stressing will run well. As you can see here, my network is like more of like coming back, and so yeah, if it connects like well, it will be performing better, because as you can see here and here, based on like the percentage, and if I come here, you see it's all green, but there will be red somewhere. So make sure that you have a good network connection. Then you see I have reds, and I think also have like greens. So this is how it will be. So also for the bytes and for connect times, you see it is trying to connect 3 times, 4 times, even 5 times. So you see how many times it was trying to connect for this one in order to get it correctly and also to like be successful. So this is how you will be testing. So based on the a log thing, so do your video, be explaining what you're doing, and from there it will be fine. So for saving and copying and pasting, for saving you click here and then you save it, and all the best.